Hey there, welcome to this episode of Together We Can, where today we're talking about using Instagram to convert registrations and bring people into your funnel. Really, really simple, common sense strategies, and we're going to go through that after the advertisement. So, yeah, let's just jump straight into it. This episode of Together We Can is brought to you by a brand new sponsor, Pornhub Toys, and they are the exclusive provider of some very, very high-end toys brought to you by a brand you can recognize, which is Pornhub. And for every purchase that you use using our link below, you'll not only get exclusive 50% off discounts, but you'll also get a free month of Pornhub Premium, and who doesn't enjoy that? So go ahead, check them out at the link below, and we won't waste any more of your time. Let's jump straight back to the video. So the next clip I'm going to show you is a clip from our course all about Instagram strategy, and you can watch that full course in the description below for the low price of $29.99. But today we're going to give you a free sample with the Instagram section of the course and show you through how we use a simple set of strategies to grow our sites using Instagram. Now, one thing that isn't covered in the course, because I think it's a bad idea, but some people have asked about, so we're going to add it in later on, is that when you're adding the link in bio on Instagram, as you'll see in a few moments, you can go ahead and send people directly to your registration page on your white label if that's how you're doing it. We prefer to send people to our content strategy because we get more people into our funnels that way and more kind of back end chasing up. But if you're just looking purely to get registrations, then by all means just send people directly to the registration page on your Chaturbate white label, and that will do it as well. So that was just one thing I wanted to throw in that we don't think is a good idea, but a lot of people do, so I felt like it needed to be said. But without further ado, just check out the clip ahead, and don't forget, first of all, smash that like button, hit subscribe. Okay, so let's have a look at an Instagram strategy that really does work, and I've done this across a good few of them, and this is one of the lower ones I'm going to show you because I don't like giving away everything we do, but this is the one hooked up to Galactic Cams at the moment. So a lot of people who I mention Instagram to are like, yeah, but you'll get banned instantly. So what you need to be doing here is be clever and operating in the gray area. So instead of posting up any actual content from the cam sites that will get you banned because of nudity, sexual content, anything explicit like that, they'll give you like 3 warnings and then you're gone. So what you want to do instead is head over to Unsplash or Pexels and grab some of these images instead, which are, free to use for whatever you want. So you can get like great images like these here. Try and get some of the least explicit ones, more kind of, bikini or anything like that. That's what you want. And that's going to allow you to make posts like this, for example. So this is just like, hottest teen Latinas, whatever it is, link in bio. And then you're probably wondering about these hashtags. If you want to get the right hashtags, I've got, common sense thinking, guys. Best hashtags for Japanese porn. Prawn, that's hilarious. So then here we go, okay, so this is bringing me something weird, but you get the point here. So, here we go. Best hashtags, and this is going to give me the 30 best hashtags that I can just copy and put into my posts, and that's it. That's literally all you do, and you will get the right target market. Just make sure you mention link in bio. So that's how you do your posts. As for your logo, you're going to use the same logo that you set up before. And then what you're going to want to do as well is highlight the fact that it's all completely free. Your key here is to get them in. Now you can link them to your content strategy if you want. That's what I do, because the content strategy then links out to everything else, and I do email captures and so on there. But basically what you're actually going to want to do is, if you're not setting up a content strategy, link them to your website itself, so your Chaturbate link and so on. Now, that's not all, folks. There is another thing that's going to make life easier for you. So, for example, these followers here, you're going to get a lot of them from the hashtags. But what I usually do with this strategy is I use this just to bulk up the start. So when I know I'm not going to get much traffic from Google, for example, I'll, instead of using Google, I'll use Instagram to pad that traffic as much as possible, and that will get you up there. So for example, what I normally do is I will go over to, if I'm using this to target a Live Jasmine site, for example. Likewise, Chaturbate, Bonga Cash do the exact same thing. Now, you don't want to follow these people because these are people that might have been just targeted by ads and just said, yeah, okay, I'll like it. What you want to do is come down here and look for a post like this. And then you're going to want to look at the people who liked it. These are the most engaged users on Instagram. So if you're doing this for this, if you're doing this for e-commerce, if you're doing this for anything basically, the people who like a competitor's post are the most likely to be engaged with that content. Now, the drawback with also clicking, for example, here, is that they're likely already a member of Live Jasmine. So you're going to want to go down to someone who's just liked a post that they've seen in their feed, but may not have signed up. And what you want to do is follow just 20 at a time. So you're going to want to count through these and just follow 20 at a time, and follow about 20 an hour, and you'll build this up. Now, the other option as well is if you're promoting Bonga Cams heavily, then go and look at Chaturbate, because there's a cross section there of people who, for example, are on Chaturbate, big fans, but they've never actually looked at Bonga Cash. So you can then pull these people across. Exact same method. So it's all about just kind of thinking outside the box and coming up with, you know, the right, that is hilarious. Coming up with the right way to target these demographics. Again, the other thing you can do as well, if you're targeting a location, for example, you're targeting Osaka, you can simply just go to, you know, a location. I know this is not what I was trying to do. This is some sort of restaurant. But my point is you can target a city or town and just follow people in that. If you're looking at targeting, for example, older gentlemen who you think will spend more in their retirement years, then think outside the box. You know, don't just look for something that the old men might be interested in. So look at, you know, we want wealthy, rich old men who are interested in young women. Okay, I'm going to look at expensive golf courses. You know, I'm going to go to the different places in the Carolinas here, for example. Here's a nice golf course in the Carolinas. I'm going to search most expensive golf courses in my particular area, and I'm going to go there, and I'm going to look at people who like their post, and I'm going to follow them instead, because they're likely to be people who play at that golf course. But yeah, that's the strategy. Just the main thing, the key that I cannot stress enough: don't put anything sexually explicit in the content. Make sure you use just kind of on the line stuff like this here, you know, your kind of typical Instagram stuff. And then make sure as well that you're using the hashtags either in the post itself or in the first comment if you don't want it in the post. And then finally, make sure you've got your link in your bio, and then follow people, as I said. That's the simplest way. Just keep that rolling. Seriously, guys, the key here is to use both common sense and out-of-the-box thinking. So common sense in terms of if you're targeting a certain demographic, just think about where they would most likely be on Instagram. And then out-of-the-box thinking, which is instead of just thinking on where they would most likely be, cross-reference that person's interests. Think about, put yourself in their shoes. If you're a 65-year-old man with a lot of money, what are you generally doing on the weekends? How can I catch them on Instagram? What are their other interests? How can I cross-reference them? None of this is difficult. It's using a little bit of thinking about your niche and who you're trying to target. And that's what we do with this. To be honest with you, this Instagram strategy alone has usually worked for us for the past kind of 4 months until the SEO that I'll get to later on takes over. So that's all we do on Instagram. Simple as that. That's it, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe, and I will see you on Wednesday. Hope you enjoyed that. Hope you found something useful. Let us know in the comments below what your struggles, issues, and so on are, so we can go ahead, add to our courses, create specific courses, and of course bring free videos to you here on YouTube. Thank you so much again. We'll see you Wednesday.